Hey guys, what's up? It's Wednesday afternoon, usually my day to kind of like relax, recharge, and rejuvenate myself and kind of reassess everything. But anyway, I have something that I think is motivational and encouraging to you guys. I was reading an article yesterday that at the time, it was interesting, but it didn't really hit me as profoundly as it did this morning. So I was thinking about it. I guess it got stuck in the back of my head, and it really started to resonate with how it's analogous with everyday life and with fighting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. So real quick, I found out, I was in the article that, Eskimos use wolf fur in order to warm themselves up. Apparently it's a super duper warm. And the way they attract the wolves is that they use the lust of the wolves themselves. So the wolves have this insatiable appetite and lust for prey and blood specifically. So what they would do is they would dip a knife. So they have this massive knife and they'll dip it in rabbit's blood, and then they'll freeze it, and then they'll dip it in more rabbit's blood, and then they'll freeze it. So imagine having that like a few layers of frozen rabbit's blood. So then they leave it out and they put the handle of it on the ground so that the blood is sticking out. And so the wolf comes in, and unbeknownst to him, he doesn't know that there's a blade under there. So in a few minutes, what will be revealed is that despite the fact that he'll be chomping on his own blood and chewing his own tongue away till his death, he continues to do it. So what happens is he starts licking. First he smells it, then he starts licking it, and as he licks it more and more, that taste of blood gives him more and more of that appetite. So he starts to vigorously lick the knife. And now he's already passed all of the layers of the rabbit's blood, and now his tongue is getting cut up on this blade. And what happens is that even though he may know that he's feeling some sort of pain in this process, his appetite for the blood is so much so that it overpowers his basic instincts. So eventually they're found dead, somewhere in the morning by the Eskimos, and the Eskimos didn't really have to do anything to the wolves. The wolves did it to themselves. So to me, I look at this story and I see how in fighting, for example, your opponent's on the other side, and this opponent says he's got a mean uppercut, he's got a mean kick, he's got a mean 1-2, he's got a mean whatever, and he keeps on talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And basically, if the other fighter is smart, he says, well, let me just let him take what he thinks he can take, and let him in the process, cut himself up, hang himself, kill himself in the process, knock himself out. So I was looking at it, and it's like, you know what? Your enemies, with their insatiable appetite to destroy you, in the process will kill themselves or fall on their own sword, so to speak, because of their appetite to hurt you, their desire, their lust to take you down. And that blood that they see, that they smell, is an illusion to what ultimately becomes their demise. So I just thought it was interesting because it is applicable in everyday real life, and it is applicable in the cage or in the ring or in fighting in general. And it's like, let your enemy do to themselves what they want to do to you, and let their desires and their lust to hurt you in a way that is, I would say, inconducive to something healthy. Let them just fall to their own desires, and it'll make your life easier. And unfortunately, we don't like to see anybody hurt, and we don't like to see anybody suffering. But, I would say 9 out of 10 times, sometimes it's done to themselves. So that's kind of like the message I got out of it. Again, it's applicable to any aspect of life, but I thought it was pretty interesting. At the very least, in this video, if you got anything, you got a cool little piece of information with regards to Eskimos and wolves and how they kill them and use them for fur and all that other good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the message. As always, I tried to give you little tidbits of things and messages that kind of sit and resonate with me, and that pop up, and I feel compelled to write, to write also, but to make these videos. All right, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Feel free to leave me a message or anything you like. Take care.